Welcome back, everyone, in a special episode. We are now officially in the month of October. October 1st starts tomorrow, Friday. And once again, not the Matt here, but I didn't introduce myself. So I figured for the month of October, and now that I have a podcast up and running, it would be a perfect time for the 31 days of October leading up to Halloween. Why not put together a list of 31 different Halloween movies? I won't call them horror movies because there are films on here that aren't necessarily scary, but they do fall under in the Halloween season. So, number 1, Sleepy Hollow. Sleepy Hollow, directed by Tim Burton, starring Johnny Depp and Christina Ricci. This is one of my favorite Tim Burton Johnny Depp collaborations. Came out in 1999. I highly recommend this. Also, by the way, before I get started, I hope you met my friend over here, Millie Loomis, or Stu Macher. He's going to be joining me today. Don't piss him off. He might kill you. Just saying. So, feel free to say hi. Still waiting on that Scream trailer. So number 1, Sleepy Hollow. Number 2, Jeepers Creepers, came out in 2001. Justin Long made his film debut, acting debut. I think this is a really creepy movie. No pun intended by the title. I think the first hour of this movie is pretty brilliant. I remember seeing it for the first time and was scared out of my mind. Now for a third film I have Hocus Pocus, family friendly. Came out in like 1993. Once again, a family friendly movie, not necessarily scary, but a classic. I put this up there with like the Santa Claus during Christmas time. Funny enough, they came out around the same year, just a year apart, and they were both made by Disney. So, then number 4, I got Saw. I don't know who didn't grow up between 2004 and 2010 and doesn't remember all the commercials for Saw. You know, if it's Halloween, it must be Saw. I just put the Saw on here. I mean, maybe you have a favorite Saw movie you like to watch, but I think overall the first 3 are probably the best. I think you like the new one that came out this past summer. So Saw. Then we got The Nightmare Before Christmas, with another Tim Burton produced movie. Danny Elfman's score, stop motion animation film. Now, of course, this is one of those movies that gets the debate. Is it a Christmas movie? Is it a Halloween movie? That could be a debate. Interesting podcast. Then for number 6, I got The Shining and Dr. Sleep. The original Shining with Jack Nicholson, directed by Stanley Kubrick. Then in 2019, we got Dr. Sleep, the sequel to The Shining, with Ewan McGregor, Rebecca Ferguson, directed by Mike Flanagan, the guy behind The Haunting of Hill House. I know I said 2 movies in this section, but I think if you want to do a double feature one night for 5 hours, why not? And then we got the all-time, to me, one of the all-time classic horror movies, The Exorcist, Linda Blair, Ellen Bernstein. I don't know who watched this movie was never scared, who wasn't scared of it. But The Exorcist as number 7. Number 8, we got Red Eye. Now, this is not necessarily a horror film or a Halloween movie, but it is a thriller. Excuse me, guys. It is a thriller, directed by Wes Craven. Came out in 2005 with Rachel McAdams, Cillian Murphy, Brian Cox. Now, like I said, this isn't a horror movie, But when this movie came out in 2005, we were less than 4 years since 9/11. So to put a movie where almost an hour of the movie is just two people sitting on a plane, and the one can't get out of the situation, while this man is basically torturing her in a way, psychologically. Yeah, you got a lot of people like, no, I'm not going on a plane because of 9/11. Then they threw this movie out, and it was like, perfect, underrated Wes Craven movie that people don't talk about. Then one of the more classic movies of the 2000s, Trick or Treat, came out in 2007, and it was if you want to watch a movie that deals with Halloween, this is it. Perfect movie, great cinematography, a great ensemble cast, highly recommend it. Then we get into Scott Derrickson and Ethan Hawke collaboration. Sinister came out in 2012. Another one of those movies that when I saw it in theaters, I went home that night, I still remember, I couldn't look outside my window in the backyard because I was worried I was going to see the boogeyman. I have a lot of woods in the backyard, and I was worried that this dude's going to be in the backyard just looking at me. The premise, the twist, is creepy and really well done. Number 11, Fright Night, the remake, 2011 movie, with the late Anton Yelchin, Toni Collette, and Colin Farrell. This is a vampire movie. I really like this movie. It's been one of my favorites in the past 10 years. Highly recommend it. Then in number 12 is Evil Dead remake in 2013, directed by Fede Alvarez, starring Jane Levy. This movie is scary. It has beautiful cinematography and a really well done remake. That is very different from the original, but I really like it. Number 13, and I'm going to tell you right now, this was no coincidence. I'm just realizing it on my list. But for number 13, I got the Friday the 13th remake. Came out in 2009. I actually like this remake a lot. Same director that did the remake for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 2003. So if you're a fan of that movie, I highly recommend this one too. Number 14, Seven, my favorite David Fincher film with Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt. If you like investigation films, crime, hunting down a serial killer, oh boy, this is a great one. I never understood the phrase, I never knew what they meant by the phrase, what's in the box, until I saw this movie. And let me tell you, this is a movie that made me a big fan of Brad Pitt. Before that, I was just like, oh, him. The good-looking blonde actor. Okay. Number 15, The Silence of the Lambs. Another one. Anthony Hopkins wins an Academy Award. Jodie Foster wins her Academy Award. Wins Best Picture. There are still scenes in this movie that don't make me jump, but make me almost smile. I know that's kind of crazy to smile in a certain moment in this movie, but every time I see this moment in the movie, it's just like perfection. Great movie. Another, psychological, hunting down a serial killer. Perfect movie. Then we get into a little bit of a family-friendly Paranorman. Laika, the animation studio, came out in 2012. Remember seeing this down in Savannah that summer. Anyway, if you're looking for more of a family-friendly movie, this is it. The next is The Strangers came out in 2008 with Liv Tyler, Scott Sneedman. I remember seeing this around the time I graduated high school. And this was another one of those movies that if I was home alone and the doorbell rang or there was a knock on the door, nope, not answering the door, not even getting near where they could see me through the window. No. This was a movie that I was like, if it's nighttime and people are knocking on the door, don't fucking answer the door. You think you're gonna say, oh, you were home. No, not home. Don't come on my porch. Don't knock on my fucking door. No. Then we got the original Poltergeist, with Craig T. Nelson. Is another classic movie to watch during the month of October. Deals with ghosts and spirits. I enjoy it. Then if you want more of an action-adventure, the remake of The Mummy, 1999, with Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, John Hannah. I like it. It's been one of my favorite movies since '99. Highly recommend it if you just want an action-adventure movie. Then we got another Fede Alvarez movie, Don't Breathe. Came out in 2015, and once again, Jane Levy starred in that. It's Scott Lang playing the blind man. This is another movie that you thought, oh, people breaking into someone's house. Oh, we feel bad for the blind guy. And then in the middle of the movie, a complete twist, and you're like, holy shit. And it's only like a 90-minute movie. Perfect runtime. Then we get into The Conjuring. James Wan came in and directed this movie. Then there's Ghost Haunting movie. Very good. 22. The Addams Family 2. I like the first Addams Family, but I think the sequel was better. Christina Ricci, as you are noticing, is coming up on this list a lot. This movie, the Addams Family movie, started her out as a child actress. And who can forget Joan Cusack? Malibu Barney. No. I wanted Barney. Uncle Fester. It's hilarious. It's fun. Then we get into number 23. One of the more recent horror movies of the past 2 years. Funny enough. Ready or Not. Samara Weaving plays the main, final girl. Great cinematography. Well paced. Only like 90 minutes long total. It's funny at times. It's scary. Like, not in a, oh, you're going to stay up all night scary, but horror elements. The directors of Ready or Not are directing the new Scream movie. So, if you like Ready or Not, I can kind of give you an idea of what we should be looking at for Scream. So, like I said, one of the newer horror movies in the past 2 years, and I highly recommend it. Then we got The Ring. Naomi Watts back in 2002. Now, if you want to know a movie that literally scared the shit out of me growing up, The Ring. Because people, back in my home where I grew up in, my TV was right off the end of my bed. There would be like the TV right, like the camera is my TV, and this desk is the end of my bed. And when I went to go to bed at night, I was worried that the girl from the well in The Ring, Samara, was going to come out of the TV and onto my bed. And that scared the shit out of me. Especially when the TV would turn on, it would just be all fuzz, static. And I'll be like, nope, 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 we're done. Turn the TV off, go downstairs, put on a comedy, and be done. Nope. So The Ring is one I recommend. And then Beetlejuice. 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 It's showtime. Yes, Beetlejuice. Winona Ryder. You know, Alec Baldwin when he was skinny. Gina Davis. And of course, Michael Keaton. The movie that made him a star. The same movie that when he was cast as Batman, people were like, you got Beetlejuice to play Batman? No. 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 But hey, it's a great movie. Funny. A lot of iconic lines. Hey, I've been to Saturn. Hey, you've been to Saturn. Hey, sandworms. Am I right? Number 26. It, Chapter 1 and 2. I consider this one movie. The book is one book. Split into two parts. The children, Chapter 1. The adults, Chapter 2. Even though I didn't think Chapter 2 was as good as the Chapter 1. But hey, we're going to sit down and watch, about a 5-hour movie. Why not? Who doesn't like Pennywise? Georgie. Yes, Georgie. They float. We all float, Georgie. And when you're down here, you'll float too. Right, Anna? Then we got a family-friendly movie. Casper, the friendly ghost. The friendliest ghost you know. Bill Pullman. And once again, Christina Ricci. I grew up watching this movie all the time in the 90s. Once again, another fun movie to watch. Short, less than 90 minutes. Then we got also another recent movie, Lights Out, directed by David S. Sandberg. He went on to do Annabelle Creation and Shazam. This is Teresa Palmer, Maria Bello. Very good movie, an 80-minute film. Short, sweet, scary at times. Great characterization. Highly recommend. 29, The Hills Have Eyes remake from 2006, I want to say. I really enjoy this movie. It's good. It's fun. It's scary at times. So I highly recommend that. And number 30 is Halloween. Now, I put on my list Halloween. Now, you can be talking about the original Halloween. You can talk about the sequels to Halloween. You can talk about the recent Halloween 2018. And we're going to get the new Halloween, October 15th, Halloween Kills. So, I don't know how you can get through October and not watch at least one Halloween movie. And I mean Halloween as in the title Halloween. Michael Myers. So, like I said, I like the original Halloween is great. Halloween H2O, I thought was very good. Halloween 2018, I thought was Halloween 2018 to me was great. Had some minor issues, but overall a very good movie. So like I said, any Halloween movie, I highly recommend. And of course, last movie, the best, the one that made me a fan of horror outside of Halloween, Scream. My buddy here, Mr. Billy Loomis. How you doing? Or Stu. Hello, Sydney. What's your favorite scary movie? Say it to Sydney. Your mother was no Sharon Stone. Liver. I heard they found the liver in the mama. You hear they found the liver in the mama? Liver alone. Ha. Scream. I love Scream. If you haven't figured that one out. The original Scream, obviously iconic. Scream 2, a great sequel, even though they got that done in less than a year. Scream 4 came out 10 years ago. I saw that one in Savannah. Highly recommend that. I like that we're going to get the new Scream in January. I'm sure we're going to be getting a trailer very soon for that. But we'll watch Scream. I mean, if you watch all these other horror movies, Halloween movies, you gotta sit down and watch a Scream movie. Whether it's Scream 1, Scream 2, Scream 4. And Scream 3 does have some good moments. Not great. But I like the opening, I like the third act finale. But yeah, Scream. And that about wraps it up, everybody. So these are the movies I recommend for the month of October. And of course there's other ones. I mean, I still have other movies I can recommend if you want to go with honorable mentions. I mean, you got even the recent Invisible Man that came out before the pandemic. I personally like Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman, Underworld, maybe the original Friday the 13th, the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean, like, you can go on and on. It just depends on you. But these are the ones that I frequently watch every year. So, that's why I picked this list. So, Matt the Mad here. Those are my picks for the month of October. You have 31 movies to choose from. So, as my friend Millie Loomis would say,